Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Um, Horrible circumstances why we're going live tonight. I'm sure you've all heard. The great Charlie Kirk has been assassinated. And I feel fucking like it's surreal to say that and it to be like, this is the reality of it. But yeah, Charlie Kirk, one of the, if not probably the most influential right wing commentator, at least of this year. He's probably one of the reasons why Donald Trump is in office right now. And yeah, he was assassinated today. He was killed right in front of a giant crowd. And honestly, I don't know what to say about this. But
I mean,
Skrill, what do you
it's shocking. Saw the video. You know, um, it's burned it's in my head. I never want to see that video again. I saw it once and couldn't believe it, and now I can't unsee it. You know what I mean? And every time I go on Twitter, I scroll right past it. It's just a nightmare, bro. It's like, here we have a guy who, you know, his crime against humanity was talking, and
Yeah.
whether or not you wanted to believe what he was saying was right, in this country we're supposed to have freedom of speech. You know what I mean? And it's not like his speech was hurting anybody. They actually hurt him. You know what I mean? So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. I don't know where we as a country go from this point. And when it first happened, I was really upset. Like, I was angry. I wanted like I wanted to see heads roll. I wanted people like Chris Mowry and the rest of those people to get assassinated too, to see how they feel, right? Like, but the more that I thought about it, the more that I sat, that's not what Charlie would have wanted.
Yeah.
He was a man of God, and I fully believe that he is embraced by the Lord as we speak. I mean, he lived as he died, so to speak.
And not to like, put, it's morbid, but not to like put words in Charlie's mouth, but I could see him being somebody that would be like, no, we need to forgive the shooter. You know what I mean? Because I truly believe he did believe in God and he was a true Christian. And the thing is like, is that's, I feel you, Skrill. I felt the same way. I was actually like on the verge of tears a couple times today, just thinking about
It's
it.
rough.
Like, just, it's
Like,
like, and we don't know him
I don't
personally.
even
We
know
did,
the guy,
but you feel
but
it's
we
weird.
we do we do what he does. You know what I mean? Like, we do it in a more brash way. We're not calm with it. You know what I mean? Like, we talk to people however we want to talk to people, but it's still our right, to have those kinds of thoughts and views, and be able to express those things. And here you have a man who did everything right. From the outside looking in, amazing father, amazing husband, 31 years old, multimillionaire off of a political movement that he started from the ground up at
Huge
18.
contribution to society. Yes.
I
And here's
mean,
the other thing that he represented. Another thing that I loved is he's a guy who didn't go to college. He didn't have some grandiose education. He was a high school kid that just figured shit out and became smarter than pretty much most of the people who fucking have degrees.
yeah,
And became richer and more successful than most of them. And he
oh yeah,
always glorified God. He always said, I got this because of God.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's just it's really it's fucking sad. It's just a sad situation. And also I agree with you. Like, I could watch, and we do it on the show half of the time, I could watch all types of gore and all types of
I
murders and
can't.
stuff. I just couldn't watch it again. Like, I saw it once and that close-up shot, and just, and it's sad to say, when we saw the video and before we knew he was dead, we were just like, there's no way,
We
like,
called it. I mean, there was
you
the
survived
amount
that.
the amount of blood that he lost from just the shot alone. There was just no way he would have had to have had a hospital right there for him to even have a chance. You know what I
It
mean?
must have hit an artery or that
It looked
the
it looked like it hit
jugular.
it looked like it hit a femoral artery or something, because it just wouldn't stop coming out. And the
Yeah.
amount, it was like all of it. Like, so I mean, I just definitely not something. I grieve for his wife and his kids who were there. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it's
they were
terrible.
there.
We're there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're fucking there. But it's just like it's like how do we navigate now? You know what I mean? Like now I want to go harder. You feel me? Like
Well,
now I just want to do more things.
it's that thing of the whole thing that I hear people going, "Oh, we need to start cooling down the rhetoric and this and that." I honestly think that the left is in a Frankenstein situation. They created a monster and they couldn't cool it down if they wanted to.
Yeah.
They don't they don't have the capability or the self-awareness to, nor do I think they are able to. I think they've created the monster and it's out of control. And even if they came out and was like, "Listen, guys, we need to stop villainizing the right," their side would go, "Fuck that.
Yeah.
You guys are
You
right
guys are
wingers
weak.
too."
Yeah, you guys are weak. Now you're
You
on the
guys,
list.
yes, yeah.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's just like, the other thing is it's obviously, you know, a political assassination. It's
100%.
to because I even said to you in text, I guarantee you we're not going to see these like college sit down things tours with right wingers at least for a while. But that's what they want, and we're not people that do that, so we can't go, "Hey guys, get out there and do it," because
Yeah, that's not what
But
we do.
they want us to stop that because that they saw. I believe this is also why Charlie was the target, because him doing what he was doing at the moment he was assassinated is the reason why they hate him so much, because he turned so many young college kids that were first time voters into MAGA Trump supporters, you know?
Yeah,
And he
100%.
put in the work and he did it with thousands of fucking young, college students. And I think they saw that the influence that he has, they saw how powerful it was, and they know how much of like fucking losers they are. They don't have a good worldview that sells, so they have to literally kill people. This is what it comes
Yeah,
down to. Their
they
worldview
couldn't beat him.
sucks so much.
They couldn't beat him in the debate, so they had to kill him.
They had to villainize him as some kind of white supremacist that hates black people and hates immigrants, and he wasn't that whatsoever.
Bro, what did I tell you the first
Whatsoever.
time years ago? The first time when we were first talking about Charlie Kirk, and I thought that he was a white supremacist based off of what I was hearing from the community. You know what I mean?
Community.
So I mean, it's just they painted a picture of him that was so foul. But at the end of the day, I mean, it really hit a raw nerve. I think we're gonna see a change in in the way that right wingers interact with leftists from now on.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And sorry to interject this, but you also got to remember they literally just like immortalized Charlie Kirk in a fucking South Park episode. I think a lot of people see stuff like that and go, "Jesus Christ, they're really taking over. Who is this Charlie Kirk guy?"
Yep.
Um what did you just say? I'm sorry.
Well, I was saying that the right
The
wingers are
way
gonna
that
be,
we
yeah,
interact. Yeah.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
be,
agree. I
yep,
don't know if this is going to change the landscape of like the whole debate culture and all that stuff. Like, you know, honestly, if it comes down to this too, I don't want to hear any more about this horseshit of, "Oh, the political violence is on both sides."
yeah, that's
It's
done.
fucking not.
That's done.
It's
That's
almost
been done for a little bit.
it's almost, if not all, strictly fucking left wingers committing political violence against right wingers. We just don't do that. It's not in our nature.
You have jobs,
We have jobs.
responsibilities.
Yeah, we have shit to live for.
Hmm.
We have
Have
God as
yeah,
well.
God. That's all it really comes down to. And I think I'm hoping that the shift that does happen leads people to to God instead of more hatred. Like because like as I was telling you, I was feeling earlier. I was feeling a lot of hatred, but then I stood in silence for a little bit and I prayed. I prayed for the first time. Like sometimes I pray, but like this time I really prayed. And I was like really asking God because at first I didn't know he had died yet, so I was
Yeah,
really asking God to save him. And then when he died, that's when I made my commitment to definitely be better in the way that I do things, in the way that I I carry myself, and I want to do more in terms of like speaking against this subversive culture that's taking over America. That's trying everything uh, um, from the Muslims in Dearborn to the transsexuals, all of that shit. This is the time for us not to shy away from those topics because that's not what he would want. We need to keep
Yeah.
we need to keep talking, but we just need to be safer about it. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. Cause when we weren't even gonna do a show, but then it was like both of us were just like, I feel we felt like almost an obligation.
Just
Like
obligated.
we have to do something. We have to talk about it or something. And I don't think I could have like sat here all night just with my own thoughts.
Doing on it.
I had to,
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
get it out somewhere. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's like it makes you wonder like where this is definitely going to go, how this is going to change things. I don't I'm trying to veer away from like getting into the lefties celebrating it
I don't even
because I
care
don't know if we're
because I
gonna.
know I don't even care because I've seen it. That's what they do. I know that's what they do. They're evil. We've established that.
They're
You know what I mean?
violent. They
They're
love
violent.
violence.
That's what they want. Um, and of course they would never extend that sort of courtesy to me or you. This is how we need to eliminate them, not by killing them, but by eliminating their mindset. We need to get rid of how they think. And the only way we do that is by inspiring younger people to think different.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, but that's the
Because
thing that I wonder is like look, I get you in that. Okay, I wanted to come on here when we decided to, and I wanted to scream and yell and do the whole thing, but I'm like, that's not that's not the right thing to do.
yeah,
Even just from a even if we're on a very low level, even if we're here influencing 3 or 4 people, that's still 3 or 4 people. One person shot Charlie Kirk. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. So my thing though is I think it's very important that we do keep our wits about ourselves. And that's why another thing is the whole thing of going out there and talking to people. It's like if this is really on a level of like we're in a battlefield, right? Is that the smart thing to do? Is the smart thing to say like, okay, hold on, let's pull back a little bit, let's figure out what we're gonna do. Maybe there's another way to go about this. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying this is right.
I mean, no. I think now that's a conversation. I mean, Myron was just on stream earlier talking about how he's probably not going to do college shows right now. Officer Tatum's not going to do college shows anymore. So I mean, I think there's a way that we can still have the discourse, but at least not be in harm's way, at least directly. You know what I mean? Like they would have to actually try to get us instead of just being out in the open, which we shouldn't have to live like that. We shouldn't have to live
No,
like that.
but
But
it is what it
this is
is.
this is the time that we're in right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not for nothing, man. I mean, they it's funny. The shooter killed him, but literally made him more powerful, which is crazy. I mean,
Well, he made him a martyr.
he made him a martyr. Yeah. I mean, this is gonna spur probably the next 20, 30 years of conservatism in the right
This
way. I'm hoping, but it
this
could go either way right now. But
this is in the
I
vein
want
of
to see.
like where 30 years from now we may have like the Charlie Kirk network, like as like a almost tribute to somebody's gonna do that turning point or something like he's gonna be on that level now because of what they did and the fact that they truly just made him a martyr.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't understand like where they're trying to make the argument. Like I see people going, oh well, he hated black people and he did this, and it's like, okay, show me that, show me the clips.
It can't.
And it doesn't
It
exist.
doesn't exist. I've seen videos because I've been trying to watch like the tributes of him. I don't know if you want to play some. I got some like videos of just him debating and stuff. But there was a lot of black people that hung out with Charlie, met Charlie, had a good time with Charlie. You know, it's easy for you to actually find a racist white person. Like that's not hard. Charlie was obviously not a racist white person.
he's not the guy that they're like. You could pick a few, and I won't say any names or anything, but you could
You
pick
don't
some
have to. It
names.
doesn't matter.
I'm just saying you could pick some
Yeah,
names of people that at least represent what they're saying Charlie Kirk was a little bit better. I'm not even saying they are that.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because even the ones that you could name aren't going out there and saying we need to kill all black people or we need
Right.
to kill all immigrants or gays need to be exterminated or anything. Like, there's not really many people, if any, saying that on the right that are taken seriously, let's say.
Yeah.
But again, though, Kirk wasn't one of those guys at all. He was very far from that. He was at times he was a little too like soft for my my taste. You know what I mean? And that's a tribute to him. That means like, you know, that's a compliment.
Yeah, 100%. He had it. He had it all, bro. It's always the good ones. 31 years old, bro. It's always the good ones, bro.
Well, it's just like the thing of if the left is celebrating your death, that means you probably lived a good life.
He lived a great life.
You were probably a good person. Yeah. And if people are trying to assassinate you for your opinions, which it's honestly, I don't even think it's the opinions. It's the facts that he's saying, that he was saying.
And the reach. And the reach.
And the reach, and the fact that he influenced a lot of people. He influenced me a lot. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's just sad, like the fact that everything that you say that he built all this stuff, the fact that he had this great mind, he was great at talking to people, great at communicating, great at debating. He wasn't perfect. Nobody's perfect, but he was all these great things, and they just erased it. It's not here anymore. That great mind is fucking gone now.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously he's a father, he's a husband, he's a brother to somebody, or family to somebody.
I'm thinking about all that. Like that's first thing in my mind, because I'm thinking about his two kids. You know what I mean? Like his wife. You know, they all woke up together, and now they lost it. For what? Because he said something that a leftist didn't like. Are you kidding
Somebody
me?
Offended by what he said. Now his kids don't have a fucking father anymore. God,
I'm telling you, like these, I don't think it's gonna happen, and nor do I want it to happen. But these leftists are playing with fire, and if they think that they can like fight conservatisms and or like on a like war field type of thing, they're sorely mistaken. You know what I mean?
I think so too.
It'll not be a good look.
I mean, that's the thing that they count on is Christian pacifism.
Yeah.
The fact that we're peaceful in our religion, and the fact that we can't, we're morally dictated by God, by our religion, to not do that. That's why we didn't even, like we said earlier, we didn't even come on here screaming and yelling and angry and all that stuff, even though we all felt that
really
at the beginning.
I'm still upset. I'm still mad, but I can't let that be the emotion that controls me. You know, especially especially in a moment like this. You know.
Yeah. And the fact that how Charlie lived his life and the way that he went about things, he wouldn't want us to do that. I could hear him like saying that.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? Damn, man, it's fucking tragedy.
Yeah. Where do we go from here? You know?
I don't know. Lisa Marie says he would have been president someday. I truly believe that. He would have definitely been a great candidate.
You know, he always said he wasn't gonna run, but I never believed him. I didn't, you know, it's always I know he wasn't like a liar, but every time he said that, I was like, nah, you lying. Come on. You know you're gonna be president. You're gonna try to be president. I would have voted for him. I would have voted for Charlie Kirk ticket. Yeah, let's get in the vote. But they took that away from us because they saw that too.
I think they saw the potential, and they just wanted to erase it. They wanted to exterminate it. And you know, all you hope is that it doesn't. It at least inspires. Like we're kind of getting at this. It at least inspires the right wing to you know, create more Charlie Kirks, be better than the left.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, somebody fucking shoots at you, you let them do it. Obviously, that's not what I mean. I'm totally in favor of self-defense. I just think right wingers, we need to be a little bit smarter. We need to be smarter.
Yeah.
As sad as it is, you're gonna have to have. If you're a regular right winger and you're outspoken, I say just carry a gun. Stay strapped.
Have your own strap. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you're on a level of Charlie Kirk, you gotta move smarter. You're gonna have to get the bodyguards, maybe even have some fucking
Now, to be honest,
glass or something there.
I don't think there was anything they could have done, because you got to think about it. He's not the president. You know what I mean? Sure, he's got money, but I don't think he's got that kind of security money where they go to check the roof. You know what I mean?
Sure,
I think they had
though.
What did you say?
I'm sure he had security though. No,
he did have security. Security was there.
Okay.
I don't think they counted for the roof. I don't think they assessed the threat for the roof. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he shot from the roof.
Yeah. There's video of maybe I don't know if you want to pull it up or probably go into it on Thursday, but there's video of a guy laying down on the roof, and then after the shot rings out, there's somebody's in the background panel with a camera, and they catch a guy running on the roof. So the shooter was on the roof.
Oh Jesus! So what kind of gun? Do they know any of that? Sorry, I don't know anything. I've been working.
No, you're good. They think it's a long rifle. That's all they can speculate right now. Reports are saying that they caught somebody, then they said it wasn't him, then they said they caught another person. So I'm just waiting until the dust settles. We'll probably figure out more tomorrow.
Last thing I heard was that there was a person of interest, a POI. So
yeah, I think they let that guy go.
Okay, that was earlier then.
Yeah,
I mean, they're talking about whoever did this is possibly going to get the death penalty.
Bro, I think this should be. Remember, I always talk about how death penalties shouldn't be like a long drawn out process. This should not be a long drawn. This should be a swift death, and I also think it should be a public execution, just how he executed Charlie publicly.
Jesus.
Yeah. I'm there with it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that we as right wingers should go out and seek retribution against lefties or other.
We shouldn't go lynch him or anything like
that. Yeah. But if the police catch him and we know it's him unequivocally and he is convicted by a court, he should be dead within like the hour. You know what I mean?
Guaranteed he commits suicide.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think he might kill himself because these guys are cowards. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ, man. It's just a fucking sad day. Really sad day.
Praying for his family, bro. That's all we can really do.
Yeah.
That's all we can really do. And I'm really hurting from the kids, really, because like we talk about how important fathers are, you know what I mean? And they had a really good father. And it was just taken away. This was not just an attack on Charlie Kirk. It was an attack on fathers. It was an attack on Christians. It was an attack on conservatism, and it was an attack on free speech. You know what I mean? And it's not something that we should allow in this country. We're 10 years away from turning into Britain if we don't fucking stop this shit.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, I don't see this being the end of it. In that, like, we all realize now, like, if it didn't happen when they tried to assassinate Trump, I mean, I know this is an actual assassination, and just the, like, I don't know, just the visceral nature of the video is like, it's just.
I think that's what makes it different. You know?
And it's like hard to accept it. Like, just, I don't know, just like, you're right, it's seared into my brain, just like seeing him fucking recoil and just the
yeah.
And then and he's up there doing what he was put here to do.
Yep. Speak to the people.
Lisa Marie says the guy they arrested at the event could have been a decoy to help the shooter escape. I mean, was this like a professional assassination?
I mean, that's what it looks like.
It seems like it.
What it looks like. This
I
guy
thought
on
it
the
was
roof.
I thought it was a random dude in the crowd that just shot at him.
The guy on the roof, 200 yards. The estimation is 200 yards away. The guy that was the old guy that was arrested. That's what Lisa's talking about. May or may not have been a decoy. He may have said something or to alert to the police to him, and everybody gathered to him and wasn't paying attention to anything else. So the roof that was connected to where the shooter may have been has a garage underneath it, so he could have just packed up and hopped in a car and took off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think we're gonna find out. We might not find out for like a
We
few days. You know,
I mean, I hate to say this, but who's to say we don't find out who did it?
that'd be
If
tragic
it's a
if we never found
professional,
out. If we never found out who did that, that would be so tragic, though.
if this is a professional hit, which I wouldn't put it past anybody that has the money to actually do this. I mean, you got to remember too. Since the whole stabbing on the subway incident with the white girl, Charlie Kirk was like one of the most outspoken ones about that.
Yep.
And he was like just recently in the news talking about it. His clip was being played all over the news.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was like, all right, we gotta put a hit out on this guy, like a professional fucking hit.
Yeah. Well,
Jesus Christ, I don't know. Where do you
listen, man.
where do you go from that then? Like, because it's different from it being like just some crazy fucker in the crowd that wants to shoot, a famous right winger. But then
No,
when
this
we
is
go
intentional.
into what's up?
This is intentional. It's
Yeah,
like,
because when it goes into like, oh well, no, actually, this was a setup. Like this was like then there's a patsy and there's a whole like there's decoys and all that type of shit involved.
mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know the roof thing. I just found that out.
Yeah, crazy shit, man. I just, I want all the prominent conservative voices we have left. They just, I hope they don't stop doing what they're doing. They just got to be safe. The Andrew Wilsons of the world, the Myron Gaines, all of them. I don't agree with everything that Myron says, but Myron has the right to say it. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to fear being shot if he wants to sit on South Beach to talk shit. You should be able to do that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's just, I don't know. I don't know where this is not, this is going to sound crazy. It's not the country that I grew up in. It's just not.
it's yeah. This is
I don't
like
know. I don't know. I don't know who we are anymore.
we literally are having political assassinations of like people who aren't in office, which is another thing that makes it a little different as well.
Not a fucking politic. He's a fucking civilian, bro. He's just somebody. He's just talking. If you don't want to hear him talk, you don't have to. There's plenty of other things that you can consume in the world. You don't have to watch a
Yes,
Charlie Kirk video.
but again, though, Skrill, the problem is even though I don't have to watch him, I know he's out there influencing people. That's the thing that bothers them.
Yeah.
I know he's still doing his thing, though. He's not going to stop because I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. But then again, it's like we kind of like the fact that there may be a professional element to this like assassination. Who knows what it is at that point? That could be fucking Qatar. That could be left-wing politicians that got together and wanted to send a mess. Who knows at that point? Could be the mafia.
Be anything. Okay,
Could be
Planned Parenthood.
Black Israel, Israelites or whatever the fuck. Hebrew Israel.
It could be Planned Parenthood.
Could be, bro. It could be so many different. A trans activist. It could be anything.
Yeah. Unbelievable though, bro. Unfucking believable. This is like times like this where I wish like I could go back in time. Like if I knew this was happening today, I would have done everything in my power to stop it.
Started younger, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like whenever I see things like this, I just think of all the time I spent on the left. I'm like, I can't. I've asked God to forgive me for that sin multiple times throughout
I
my
mean,
week.
it's but because we came from that, we know that the brainwashing, just how damaging it could be. You know what I mean? We were able to escape it. You know what I mean? But there are people who are weak in the mind and they can't escape that subversion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It penetrates too much in the soul.
Lisa Marie just sent me something. Let me see. Somebody named well, this is, I guess, kind of like, it's just random. Looks like a trans.
Bro, if this was a trans shooter, bro,
I wouldn't be surprised, actually.
fucking crazy.
Give me 1 second. Let me share this. Now, I don't know if there's no like levity or truth to this, just to be fair, but somebody posted this yesterday. Charlie Kirk is named Omar. Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. I really hope someone evaporates him literally. Let's just say something big will happen tomorrow.
That's alarming.
Yeah. They're saying this is Omar, but I don't know if that's true.
I gotta wait because you know how social media is.
Yeah.
You know they'll put a body on somebody quick, and although we're in our grief and anger right now, I want to be sure of the person who did it. You know what I mean? So we'll just wait. I think that with the technology in today, there's no way this guy wasn't caught on camera at some point. He was caught on
Had to
camera.
be, right?
Had to be. There's cameras everywhere, so it's only a matter of time till he's caught on one camera and they trace it to the ring cameras and they trace it to the traffic cameras. They're gonna find him. They'll find him. It's just a matter of time. Cash was a friend of Kurt's. I'm sure he's on it.
Yeah, I'm sure FBI and all that is involved.
100%. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a time where I pray that everybody's covered. Everybody who talks just like us, down from us, Punchy TV,
And
Jesse,
Bond crew.
the Bond crew, can't
I
forget
mean,
Anchor Baby,
yeah, I mean, even the people that we don't know are connected to, like, Daily Wire and
Daily
like
Wire.
you said earlier, Andrew Wilson, who's becoming a big name, a really hated name too, because he just
Really hate.
eviscerates people in
Yeah,
debates. I think that's
yeah.
another thing is the debating. They just hate losing debates.
They
It's
don't
just
have
this
any.
ego.
They don't have any good points, and they know it. You can't convince somebody that if you were born with a dick, then you're actually a woman. You might believe that, but you
Yeah.
can't force somebody else to believe that. You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
It's
That's
just counter to reality. It just
yeah,
is what it is.
yeah,
But sorry, we were naming all those people just to say, whether you like them or hate them, like, make sure you keep everybody in your fucking prayers and shit, even your conservative friends. And
yeah,
you know just, you don't know what people have in their mind and what they're gonna do. And we know, like, political violence is not out of their nature. So
yeah.
I'm not
You
telling
gotta
you
be
to,
ready.
yeah, I'm not telling you to not be outspoken, because that's what they want us to be scared. um I'm not even telling you to be scared. I don't think you should be. I'm not scared. I feel sad. It's
That
truly
yeah,
just sadness. I feel really
sadness.
sad. I feel bad for his family. All his friends, his whole crew, Turning Point, like, and I don't always agree with them. I don't, but you gotta, you gotta appreciate who's here. I was I was thinking about that too. It was like I just always thought Charlie Kirk was going to be around. I always thought his clips were going to be there. There was always going to be new Kirk clips,
Crazy, right?
and it's just
One day
gone.
is one day. That's all it takes. And I guess the
One
the
second, bro.
greater the greater lesson in that is you got to be ready. I think Charlie, no matter when Charlie died, if he died today, if he died 100 years from now, he was ready to go to the Lord. So I think it's important for us to be ready as well because we don't know the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I guess I don't know if you have more, but I guess I'll
yeah. We
end
could give our final thoughts.
I ended on this. I think the pain is real right now for a lot of us that didn't know Charlie because again we are Charlie. You know what I mean? Like we're the ones in the face of it where somebody tells us a lie and we're like, no, that's not true. And here's why it's not true because we can back it up. You know what I mean? So for everybody out there, just like that thinks like us and is brave enough to say it, just stay safe, man. Head on a swivel.
Yeah,
Yeah, the time is now. The time is not to be violent or turn to their level, but you just got to be ready.
yeah, yeah. Be smart. Be vigilant. You know, like Skrill said, I was even gonna make this point with the girl that got stabbed, which is possibly the thing that's causing this whole thing here. But it's like that's a part of it. You always just gotta be on guard. As sad as it is, it's the reality of things
Yep,
because
it's the world we live in.
people are trying to kill us. You know what I mean?
100%.
Um, yeah, as far as as far as Charlie Kirk goes, he's one of the brains that brought me over to conservatism. I always liked Charlie. I don't think we've ever really said anything bad about him. Um, I always loved his message. I thought he had a really good head on his shoulders. Um, again, the thing the thing to really do from this is what we were getting at earlier. Pray for all your conservative friends and all your especially the ones that are outspoken. Um, again, we're not on a high level, but we put our faces on camera. People know who we are. We can't hide from this, and
Correct.
there's a thing to that you have to respect. I'm not trying to garner respect or anything or beg for respect, but not even us. Like you got to respect people that are on a higher level that are doing this and they're really putting skin in the game.
100%.
And yeah, just it's not weird or odd to tell people that you love them. You know what I mean? So it's like all the names that we said, especially the Bond crew because we have a connection to them. I love all of them, man. I
Yeah,
love the fight. We may not agree on everything. We may have differing opinions on where to go and what strategies to use, but we all I think want the same thing, and that's the important thing is where I think we all want the same, like Skrill said earlier. It's not the America I grew up in. I just want that back.
I just want that back. Yeah,
And I think we all want that back. So again, just tell people you love them, man. Not to get sappy and sentimental, but it's I don't think we do that enough. I don't do that enough.
yeah,
Skrill, I love you, bro. And I love everybody in the chat.
yeah.
Rest in
I love
peace,
you. I
Charlie.
love you too, bro. I
Yeah,
love everybody in the chat. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Gone but not forgotten. We'll carry the fight, bro. We got you.
absolutely. All right, well, let's get out of here. We're gonna do a show tomorrow. We'll probably still talk more Charlie Kirk and stuff. I'm sure there'll be some
There'll
developments
be
and
some news. Yeah. So
yeah, but we'll try to do a good show. Do it for Charlie. Um, and yeah, we're out of here. We won't plug anything or do any of
yeah,
that.
yeah. Not
Yeah.
tonight. Yeah. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for stopping.
Much
Peace.
love, guys. Later.